What is up, everybody? Matty Smackdown of the Wrestling All Day podcast here. And I figured I'd come live here. Hopefully, you guys don't hear my neighbor's dog in the background. I decided I was going to come on here live because I want to talk about what happened last night. And of course, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The greatest return in the history of the WWE. The most shocking, most infamous return of all time. The return of Jinder Mahal. No. I want to talk about what happened after that because Jinder went on a whole tyrant about how this country is divided and how yada yada yada, and then he did the national anthem in Punjabi, and everybody started booing him. And he goes, "Oh ha ha! You guys are booing your national anthem because I did it in Punjabi." It's 2024, my guy. We don't need the "I hate America" or "I hate this country" evil foreign heel. You know, that gimmick has been so played out since the fucking 80s. Like, there's no reason for it at all. Like, we don't need it. Nobody cares. Nobody outside of America gives a shit that Jinder Mahal doesn't like Americans. I can tell you guys that right now. Iron Sheik did it. But it was a different time back then. Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, they did it. What the fuck was his name? Muhammad Hassan did it. You know, like, nobody outside of America cares about this evil anti-American heel that they have. Like, no, it's so played out. It's not even funny. Like, as soon as he started talking, I knew exactly where it was going, and I'm like, here we go again. It's 2024. It's not needed. It's not necessary. There's no reason. Do we really have to see the big, anti-American heel, we've seen it recently with Rusev too. Rusev, Nakamura when he was Knock America, Kevin Owens when he was the U.S. champ. Like, it's so stupid and played out because nobody outside of America cares, and most Americans don't give a shit either because 95% of the things that the heels say, they're right. But yeah, honestly, so that was kind of they said former WWE champions coming back. And I told my buddies, I said, it's either going to be Batista, it's going to be The Rock. I said, I'll watch it be Jinder Mahal. And my buddy who doesn't watch wrestling goes, who the fuck is that? So he watches wrestling. He just hasn't watched it as recent as I have. He watches all the old stuff when it was actually decent to watch. And when Jinder Mahal came out, I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew. I started freaking out. And they're like, are you mad or are you happy about it? I'm like, well, no, I'm not necessarily happy about it. It's fucking stupid. Like, I knew the bait was there. I knew there was going to be a bait and switch. I knew something was going to happen, especially when Jinder was talking and like 500 people behind him all went like this with their phones and looked toward the stage. I knew somebody was coming out. I just couldn't tell. I didn't know who it was going to be. They were in San Diego, so I thought it was going to be Ray. I definitely thought it was going to be Ray. I thought it was going to be possibly Batista, which would have been fucking sweet because I love Batista. And I thought it was going to be The Rock. And thankfully, it wasn't Rey Mysterio because no disrespect to Ray, but that wouldn't have got as big a reaction. Nobody would have gave a shit. And it makes no sense. I'm pretty sure is Ray on SmackDown? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'm pretty sure Ray's on SmackDown. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure he's on SmackDown though. But yeah, when Jinder came out, I was like, well, I knew somebody was going to interrupt him. And then as soon as he went, and finally, I was like, there it is. That's who it's going to be. I'm sitting there like this, just like fucking Stevie Wonder, waiting for somebody to come out and interrupt him. And then finally, if you smell, and I fucking flipped out. I was on the headset playing video games with my buddies, and they were like, dude, shut up, like yelling at me because I was screaming so loud. Like the Rock is, because the last time The Rock came out last year, I was with my buddy. We were up at Dorney Park. I know a lot of you probably watching don't know where that is. But Dorney Park, if you guys ever get a chance to check out, hold on, let me get notifications out of the way. If you guys ever get a chance to check it out, it's in Pennsylvania. Go check it out. That place is fucking sweet. The last time The Rock came out, I was there. And I had to find out through Facebook that The Rock came back. So getting to see that live, like not live, like I wasn't there, but getting to watch it happen was pretty sweet. So The Rock does his usual shtick, finally The Rock comes back, blah, 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 blah. And The Rock's running down Jinder Mahal, putting over America, as you do. And like, the more I'm watching this, and this is where y'all are going to hate me. this is where y'all are going to hate me. The Rock's promo wasn't that good. And I know that's blasphemy. A Rock promo that wasn't, you're saying the Rock's promo wasn't good? That's blasphemy. Well, I implore you, go back and watch that promo last night. Yeah, the crowd there popped for it. Because the fucking Rock. Of course you're going to pop when the Rock's in person. You're going to, of course. But the Rock's promo last night was not that good. Like, the Rock's insults, like, PG Rock sucks. Like, when he feuded with John Cena, there was time. Oh, I lost a viewer. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all was going to be mad about that. I knew it. I knew it. Like, PG Rock sucks, dude. Like, when The Rock feuded with John Cena, The Rock had a couple good barbs, but John Cena fucking cooked him every single week, making fun of him for the promos on his wrist, making fun of him for being a part-timer, and then 10 years later doing the same thing. But, like, he cooked The Rock hard. Harder than The Rock cooked him. But yeah, PG Rock is not that great. Like Punk, oh, my hair's falling out of my hat here. Punk cooked The Rock. And I don't even like CM Punk. CM Punk cooked The Rock in their promos back in 2013 when they were feuding heading into the Royal Rumble. CM Punk delivered that all-timer line. Sooner or later, you're going to realize that your arms are too short to box with God. And that was like an all-timer CM Punk line. Like, that's right up there with this company will be better after Vince McMahon is dead, but it's only going to get taken over by his idiotic daughter and doofus son-in-law. Well, Vince isn't dead, but it got taken over by his doofus son-in-law. And I know Triple H has been doing a lot of good for the WWE, but a lot of it's been pretty shitty. Like, I'm very critical of how WWE's been portrayed in the last year or so since Triple H took the reins. Speaking of reigns, let's get back on track here. The Rock does his promo, which was not good. Calls Jinder a day one douchebag, and it's like, that's maybe 13-year-old me would have thought that was funny. You know, he called him a douchebag on TV. But it's not hitting. It's not. Sorry, PG Rock. It's just not hitting. So, and then he starts singing the Star Spangled Banner and puts his own twist on it. Then tells Jinder he's going to whoop his candy ass. And right before he gets a chance to start whooping his candy ass, Jinder starts whooping his ass. But The Rock fights back, spine on the pine, and I wish JR was there to call it, because you gotta admit, when JR called it was like it could have been just a regular brawl in the ring, and JR would have called it like it was the World Series. With the spine on the pine by the Great One, you know. And then when he hit the people's elbow, all I can hear is Jerry Lawler and JR in my head. Especially when Jerry would, the most electrifying move, and then with the people's elbow, and boom, you know, there it is. I don't have a very good Jerry Lawler impersonation. But he hits him with the people's elbow, and then does his whole thing, and then tells everybody, says, San Diego, The Rock's hungry, The Rock's going to go party. Should I sit in a booth? Should I sit at the bar? Which got a huge pop. And The Rock was like, well, yeah, The Rock loves the bar. You know, that got why are all the notifications coming through? They're slowing down my stream here. That's crazy. That got a huge pop. And The Rock says, yeah, I love the bar, you know, and all that good, you know, yada, yada, yada. And then finally he goes, or should The Rock take his seat at the head of the table? And the crowd, including myself, went, oh! Like, it's happening. It should have happened at WrestleMania 39. It should not have been Cody Rhodes. But it's happening. It is. The challenge has been thrown out. Roman Reigns responded on Twitter. I wish I had a screenshot of it. Roman Reigns responded on Twitter with the laughing emoji. And that got more views and more likes in like 15 minutes than The Rock's video of his return did. So if you want to pull numbers there, it's crazy that Roman Reigns' tweet almost doubled the numbers in less the time than The Rock's return did. I'm for it. I know that they want The Rock in Australia for Elimination Chamber, and this is my thing. I know it's going to be a big stadium show. They're going to make it a big deal because it's their first show in Perth. I think it's their first show. I don't know where they were last time when they did that Australia show back in 2018, Super Showdown. Or was that 2017? Might have been 2018. I can't remember exactly when it was. I think it was 2018. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure Buddy won the title that night. Won the cruiserweight title. But when they're going to present it as a big deal when they go there for Elimination Chamber, because it's the first premium live event there and how long. It's the first real big event there in a long time. And I know that, like, the main event, if it's going to be Rock and Roman, is going to blow the fucking roof off that place. Like, I saw some jackass on Twitter was like, oh, that's going to be a 3.5-star match at best. Listen, if you see Roman Reigns, the current modern day Hulk Hogan, and I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers, but it's true. Like, in theory, I'm not a big Roman guy, but like, in theory, when have we seen a run like this? When have we seen a generational run like this ever in our lifetime? This younger generation of fans has no idea the history they're witnessing. A lot of us don't like it because, we don't need 5-year-long championship reigns anymore. That's just fucking stupid. 5-year-long championship reigns are fucking dumb. So he's going on what, 3 years now? 4 years? Going on 4 years. August will be 4 years that he's been champion, which is fucking crazy to say. But yeah, there's no need for it anymore. But listen to this. You put The Rock and you put Roman Reigns one-on-one, and you're worried about star ratings? You're worried about what Dave Meltzer's going to think? You're a fucking idiot. First off, who the fuck cares what Dave Meltzer thinks? Dave Meltzer charges people $10 a month to listen to his shitty newsletter, and 95% of the time, he doesn't even get the information right. And then when he gets called out for it, plans change. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer. It's so stupid that people put him on such a high pedestal and praise him so much. Like, they can't form a valid opinion for themselves, so they have to seek validation from somebody who is higher up. Like, they have to seek validation from Dave Meltzer. They have to seek validation from Brian Alvarez. Hell, even people who don't like Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, like, people want to seek validation from Sean Ross Sapp, and they want to seek validation from that Denise bitch, whatever her name is. I don't know what her name is, but she's annoying as hell on social media. Like, nobody can form an opinion for themselves anymore. They want to be a part of the internet opinion because they want to do what's cool. They want to be liked. They want to be, oh, well, if I say I like this person, these people will like me. If I say I like this show more than I like this show, people will like my tweet and I'll get validation because I don't have any in my life. It's so fucking stupid. That's why when it comes to watching AEW and WWE, I don't watch what I don't like. Like, I watched the AEW pay-per-view, and anybody who knows me knows I'm super fucking critical of AEW. I watched the AEW pay-per-view, and I didn't like it. So I learned my lesson. I figured, screw it. It's been a long time since I watched AEW. Let me tune in. Let me see what happens. The only match I really enjoyed might have been, what was it? Edge versus Christian, and that wasn't even that great. The fucked up table spot, that wasn't that great. But yeah, like, don't like what you like. Like Brian, oh my God, what the hell is his name? Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret. Like he says, like what you like. Just don't be a dick. Like, it's not hard to watch one show and you can like whatever you want to like. I don't care. Like, if you like AEW more than you like WWE, fine. If you like WWE more than you like AEW, fine. But you don't have to put everybody down. You don't have to put people down for liking a different show. Like, does AEW do some things better than WWE? Some things. Not a lot, but some things. Does WWE do some things better than AEW? Yes. But at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling, and you can like what you like, but you don't have to be an asshole about it. But if you're going to be an asshole about it, then you're going to get treated like an asshole back. So don't play victim when you decide to put out a stupid tweet like, oh, well, that's only going to be a 3-star match at best, when you have Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Who the fuck cares about star ratings when you have the star power of The Rock and Roman Reigns one-on-one in the ring? Now, as long as it doesn't end in the same stupid way that every Roman Reigns match has ended in the last fucking 4 years, it'll be great. Because, honestly, how many more times can we sit through ref bump? Oh, here's that wrestler's finish. Here comes Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso gets disposed of. Here comes Solo. Solo gets disposed of. Roman Reigns hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. how much longer can we sit through that? Seriously, because it's fucking old. Like, I don't think Roman Reigns has won a match clean in. God, dude. I can't remember the last time Roman Reigns won a match clean. And everybody's like, well, he's a heel. He's not supposed to win a match clean. When it's the same story every single time, it gets kind of tired, and you would like to see him, even though he's a heel, you'd like to see him win clean at least once without help from Solo and Jimmy. But at this point, it's like so ingrained into your memory, you know it's going to happen. Like every Roman Reigns match of the last 4 years has been almost exactly the same, just with a different stipulation. That's really all it's been. Like, he's had Hell in a Cell matches. He's had regular one-on-one matches. He's had tribal combat matches, and they all end the same way, with somebody interfering and costing his opponent the match. Like his matches with Kevin Owens, fantastic, but again, always ends in interference. His match with Jey Uso, fantastic, and I'll die on this hill. Jey Uso should have won that match. It should not have been Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I'm glad it wasn't. It should have been Jey Uso, and I know it's not going to be The Rock, but can you imagine the main event of Elimination Chamber, the first event in Australia in 5.5 years, and it's going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock. The Rock's first match since WrestleMania 32, where he won in 6 seconds against Eric Rowan, which is fucking crazy. My favorite part from that, too, is when The Rock's in the ring, he pulls his shirt off, and like he has them fucking Cesaro pants on. He just rips his pants off. He's got his gear underneath, pulls his elbow pads out of his trunks, puts them on real quick. Like, it was so fucking stupid, but it was awesome. And then Rowan threw that clothesline. Rock catches him. Rock bottom 1, 2, 3, 6 seconds in, and it was over. And that was The Rock's last match. A lot of people forget about that. A lot of people think The Rock's last match was against John Cena back at WrestleMania 29. It was not. It was against Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. 6 fucking seconds. Like, he hit the rock bottom, and that was it, and it was over. But if we're going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, this cannot end the same way that all of these other matches have ended. It cannot end with the stupid interference from Jimmy and Solo. And by the way, Solo, you're not Umaga, bro. You got to do something different. Because I was high up on Solo. I loved Solo Sikoa. When he was in NXT, when he was the street champ, I loved Solo. He came up to the main roster, I loved Solo. And then he started doing more or less of the same thing every match. Like, you're not Umaga, brother. You got to figure it out. And hopefully down the line he figures it out, because Roman Reigns and this whole Solo Jimmy thing, Jimmy going back to the bloodline, oh my God, Jimmy going back to the bloodline pissed me off so much. Like, all of that they did when they beat, when the Usos turned on Roman, beat him at Money in the Bank, and it went to SummerSlam. It's like, okay, Roman just lost. Oh my God, Roman Reigns is finally going to lose that title. Jey Uso is going to take over, and Usos are going to run WWE. And then they pulled fucking out of the ring, and it's Jimmy Uso. Why? Why? Is he in the bloodline to protect Solo because he knows that Roman's going to abuse and manipulate him? Is he back in the bloodline just because he's a fucking moron? Like, it made no sense. I'm still very, very upset about the fact that Jimmy Uso rejoined the bloodline after everything, after kicking Roman in the face, turning his back on him, all that stuff. And Roman just goes, okay. Like, you can see that Roman still doesn't trust him, and Roman still doesn't really care for him in the bloodline. But it's an extra hand for him to be a heel and get the victory that way. But Roman Reigns versus The Rock, if and when it does happen, it cannot end the same way that every other Roman Reigns match ends. It has to be Roman Reigns and The Rock, and Roman just not annihilates him, but, you know, rock bottom, people's elbow, Roman kicks out, Rock goes for another rock bottom, Roman fights free, spear, 1, 2, 3. If Roman's going to win and establish himself as the true head of the table, it can't be with the same thing. Ref bump, finisher, Solo, Jimmy, spear, boom, done. It can't be the same tired shtick. It's fucking old. Like, it is incredibly old. It is incredibly played out. And I, along with a lot of people, are fucking sick of it. So Honestly, I don't know what to expect if and when it does happen, but I am very, very excited to see the possibilities that The Rock could be wrestling again in 2024. He laid the smackdown on Jinder Mahal like only The Rock does. It wasn't a verbal smackdown because that promo sucked. That promo was bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to every person who's a Rock fan who has ever loved one of The Rock's promos. That was a bad promo last night. I'm sorry. Like, I know I can't do any better, but God, dude, it was so bad. He did the same old Rock shtick. It doesn't matter what you think. What was the other one? Finally, The Rock comes back. You have this whole arena calling you an asshole. Like, it's the same thing he's been doing since the 90s. Like, come on, Dwayne. Figure it out, brother. Like, come on. You gotta do something, man, because PG Rock is bad. It's bad. It's real bad. And if we have, like, if it gets into a promo battle between The Rock and Paul Heyman, hell, even Rock in this version of Roman Reigns, Roman is going to cook The Rock. The same guy who couldn't cook John Cena is going to cook The Rock if The Rock keeps this PG version of himself, going into this feud. Rock versus The Rock promo battles with Paul Heyman. Paul is going to cook The Rock. And it's unfortunate because The Rock is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most electrifying. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, The Rock is known for a lot of his promos. Like, The Rock has cut some all-timer promos. 2+2, Thomas Jefferson sucker. Booker T and Shane McMahon, the punk ass sucker, and Shane McMahon and the silver spoon, motherfucker, however he said it. Like, The Rock has cut some all-timer promos. His promo for the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match where he made fun of Kurt Angle, Triple H, Rikishi, Taker, and Stone Cold. The This Is Your Life segment. My favorite line from that whole thing is when Mick Foley starts singing Happy Birthday to The Rock, and The Rock goes, "Well, The Rock appreciates it, but The Rock, his birthday's, what was it, May 2nd? Yeah, The Rock's birthday's May 2nd, you stupid son of a bitch." And I'm like, it's so good. Like, The Rock was so good back in the day, but PG Rock's promos are not good. Like, he puts a couple good ones out there every now and then. Like, his promos with Punk were good, but Punk cooked the fuck out of The Rock in those promos, which is unfortunate to say. But at the end of the day, it's very possible that in February of this year, The Rock is going to return to the ring and face Roman Reigns. Very possible. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, I will be there for it. Maybe not in person because Australia is pretty fucking far. But I will be very, very excited. I may come on here and do a live stream. I may come on here and do a live reaction stream to it while it's happening. So we'll see. We'll see in time if it happens. I've got my fingers crossed, which means if this does happen in Australia, whoever Roman Reigns is going to face at the Royal Rumble, obviously is going to beat him. And you know damn well he's not dropping the title at anything that's not WrestleMania. You know what I mean? It's got to be one of the big four if he's going to drop the title. It's got to be Survivor Series. It's got to be the Rumble. It's got to be WrestleMania, and it's got to be SummerSlam. It's not going to be Elimination Chamber, despite the fact it's going to be a big stadium show. It's got to be one of the big four. And I believe that Roman Reigns is going to hold the championship going into 2025. As much as we don't want it. There's still a lot of people that do. There's still a lot of people. The hype has died down a lot. I remember every Bloodline segment, every single Bloodline segment, social media was on fire. This is cinema. This is great. This is awesome. This is perfect. And now, where are all those people? Where are all those people? Y'all kind of just faded away. It's really what it comes down to, y'all. It's kind of faded away. I don't see this is cinema every week anymore. I don't see this is so great every week. I see this is boring. This is old. This is tired. And it is. It's getting extremely old. It's getting extremely tired. The Bloodline arc should have ended at SummerSlam 2023. And the fact that it didn't will be the biggest fumble of Triple H's entire career. Like, the fact that they didn't pull the trigger at SummerSlam 3 years in the making and finally end the story with the Bloodline, how the Bloodline was formed with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And now the Bloodline is ended with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. It was right there. It was right there. And they said, nope, fuck you. We're going to have Roman Reigns retain, and Roman Reigns is going to take off for 6 months. Great. Great. That's awesome. I love it. I love a champion who doesn't show the fuck up. I love a champion who doesn't come out and defend his championship. I love a champion who sits at home and collects a paycheck. This is the same fucking Roman Reigns that said, oh, well, Brock Lesnar's a part-time and punk-ass bitch. Let that resonate for a second. Hold on. Okay, now that it's resonated, Roman Reigns called John Cena, Brock Lesnar, part-timers, and is now doing the exact same thing. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Makes no fucking sense. But if and when The Rock and Roman Reigns happens, and you're worried about your star ratings, you're a fucking moron. I'm sorry. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're worried about star ratings when you have Roman Reigns and The Rock in the ring, that's your problem. If you're worried about any kind of match having any kind of star rating, you're a part of the problem. You're a big part of the problem. There's no reason to be worried about, oh, well, this match got 4 stars, but this one got 5 stars, so this match is better, because really it's not. There's been a lot of 5-star matches that have not been better than matches that haven't even gotten 5 stars. Like, you can't tell me Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 was not a 5-star match. Dave Meltzer's on fucking crack. He's on fucking crack, and you will not convince me otherwise. Like, there have been so many tremendous matches that Dave Meltzer has rated like 3 stars or 4.5, but then he gives Kenny Omega and Okada 7 stars. Like, really? Come on, really? Over Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, really? That man's on crack. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. That motherfucker's on crack. And y'all gonna hate me for that one. I don't care. Fuck Dave Meltzer and his opinions. And y'all can say the same thing about me, because at the end of the day, it's just that. They're just opinions. You know what I mean? So I don't know why everybody puts him on such a high pedestal. Like I said earlier, they put all these journalists on such a high pedestal when they just pay people to lie to them. Like, oh, well, I don't have information about this, but plans change. Basically saying, I was wrong. I just don't want to admit it. But that's basically what these journalists do. But at the end of the day, damn, I've been live for 30 minutes already. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm for it. I'm for it. But if it ends the same way that all of Roman Reigns' title defenses have ended lately, I don't even think Roman Reigns beat Logan Paul clean. Like, if you can't beat Logan fucking Paul clean, it's time to pack it up, my guy. I'm pretty sure Jake Paul was there for that. I'm pretty sure he got involved. But if you can't beat Logan Paul clean, pack it in. Pack it in. End the reign. Logan Paul should have won it if that was the case. Fuck it. At that point, he should have won if that was the case, because there's no reason that Roman Reigns needed help against Logan Paul. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's just the same match with the same ending every single time, and it's so fucking boring. So hopefully they switch it up. Hopefully The Rock brings something to the table, and if they pull the trigger and The Rock wins the championship, then I fucking really don't know what they're going to do with it, because The Rock's a bigger part-timer than Roman Reigns, so I really don't know, unless they're going to have The Rock win and retire that championship. But it would make more sense to have Roman Reigns retire the Universal Championship. Even though it's already like unified, they still call it the Universal Championship instead of the WWE Championship. It's whatever, but like down the line, Roman's got to lose that fucking belt eventually. But I'm a firm believer that he's going to take that championship into 2025. And as much as I don't want it, it's looking like it's on the cards. So let me know what you think down in the comments. But for now, I'm Matty SmackDown of the Wrestling All Day podcast. The Rock is back. Finally! If you smell! I don't know why I did that. There was no reason for me to do that, but I wanted to do it anyway. But anyway, The Rock is back. I'm for it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments for the Wrestling All Day podcast. I'm Matty SmackDown, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Happy New Year, everybody.